Good evening and welcome to Injustice and Fest. Oh God, you guys are here already. Good Lord Jesus. Amen. God bless all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Injustice Investigations. And of course, I'm your host, Al Scott. Let me get a sip of my tea and then we're going to get started. Again, as always, I thank you all for tuning in this evening. Tonight, we continue our series on the takedown of R.Kelly. I am doing great. Thank you all for asking. It's good to see you all here. You all make my day. And I thank God for you. The show would not be possible if it wasn't for you all. So again, from my heart to yours, I humbly bow to you. And I thank you big time. We're going to get right into it tonight. But first, I'm sure by now you've heard that in a vote of, I think it was 24 to, I had my notes here, to 16, I think, they have decided to hold Attorney General William Barr in contempt of Congress. So that vote came earlier today, and rightly so, he should be held with contempt of Congress, because the thing here is that you have taken an oath to uphold justice, but rather than upholding justice, you are interrupting justice. So I don't know what Trump has on these people. I guess they all are crazy. South Carolina's in the house. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. The truth matters. Okay. Amen. Big time. And so William Barr will be held in contempt of Congress for not wanting to answer questions. And that's only one reason why he doesn't want to answer questions, is because he don't want to give the answers that Congress wants to hear. And so on the oath, I mean, it's bad enough that they think you're lying, but on the oath, then you begin to lie. Then so that's going to be triple damage to you. So you'd rather not come. But either way it goes, it hasn't got as bad as it is going to get. Ray Jefferson says, I love your show. Thank you kindly. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all very much. Now, we're through with William Barr. R. Kelly. Of course, he was in court today, and he avoided jail again. He paid $62,000 in child support to his ex-wife, Andrea Kelly. He was married to her for 13 years. Also, the court informed R. Kelly while he was there today that he has to pay some back pay. Interest, $32,000 in interest that he must pay. Now, if that didn't hurt R. Kelly, his ex-wife, Andrea, said that she wants more in child support because of one of the children doing something extra, or something to that extent. Well, here's the thing about that. You have to be one of the most insensitive women on the planet to continue to go after this man's money. I understand you all made the kids together, but you know what kind of financial situation R. Kelly is in. Now, and I just think that's just, I think that's very diabolical for her to do that, because he's in a financial bind. And you all got so many damn stories going on with Kelly. People don't know what's true and what's not, so it's hard for him to get a gig. Yes, and we went off air again, and we just had Xfinity out here yesterday to take care of this issue. I think Xfinity sucks. They really do, so we apologize for that. But, so that was the latest update with R. Kelly as far as the child support thing is concerned. Now, here's what we want to discuss tonight. I put out a poll about a week ago, and I asked people, were they going to watch Surviving R. Kelly, The Impact? Probably 98% that responded said hell no. And many said, I didn't watch Surviving R. Kelly, so I know I'm not going to watch this. Now, somebody said I didn't watch. Okay, I didn't watch. There they go. They're coming in. They say they didn't watch. Felicia says she didn't watch. Lisa Van Allen needs to. Lisa Van Allen needs to be arrested. I agree. So here was the purpose of Surviving R. Kelly, The Impact. Now, we know it came from after surviving R. Kelly on Lifetime, hosted by Soledad O'Brien, a respected journalist. Now, what surviving R. Kelly, the impact was going to do is to tell you the effects that it has had on society after R. Kelly alleged allegations came to the light, and he was indicted back in February. Now, but if you notice something, here's what they did. They interviewed psychologists, psychiatrists, a couple of alleged victims I think was on there and stuff, but mainly the people that they interviewed and from the court system, these people were not victims. These people, the psychologists, the lawyers, they're not victims. They examine victims. They write books about victims. They study victims. So here's the thing. I don't care about their degree on the wall. I'm going to tell you who the expert is. In my opinion, the expert is not the individual who have studied someone. The expert is the individual who has went through the ordeal themselves. They can tell you better how it really affected them. The doctors and the psychologists went to school to get a degree in this field. They studied people. It doesn't mean they always get it right. It doesn't mean they always come close to getting it right. But they tell you what they think. If you get 10 psychologists over here to look at surviving R. Kelly, and then you put 10 psychologists over here to look at surviving R. Kelly, you get another group over there to look at surviving R. Kelly. Each group going to have something different to bring to the table. Each group. So, but here's the thing. Whose report do you believe? Whose report do you believe? You have to be super stupid, illiterate, dumb, ignorant, a part of the plot to take R. Kelly down if you cannot see what's really going on. It's bigger than R. Kelly. Before airtime, I put out a picture of Gayle. I put out the picture of Gayle King. Y'all remember when she interviewed Kelly on CBS This Morning. And it was an explosive interview. Everybody's seen it. So I sat there the other day and I just looked at that picture again. Because when she did it, the next day I was like, 5 stars for Gayle, because, she did not flinch. Her hair didn't move. The lipstick didn't drop or nothing. She just sat right there when he jumped up. Now, I asked you to look at that picture for a reason. I wanted you to tell me exactly what you saw. Nobody got it. Nobody got it. With the few that answered before airtime, nobody got it. Here's what's going on. When I sat and I looked at it the other day, she was all over the world for being so cool with how she handled it. And when I looked at it again, I said, there it is right there. She was cool. She didn't flinch. Her hair didn't move. The dress stayed still. The pen stayed still. Just like a mother, like this here. Robert. You know why? Gayle rehearsed this. They knew that R. Kelly was going to go off. They knew this. Gayle rehearsed this time and time again. Well, why in the hell was she rehearsing and she was there to interview him? No. Gayle was not there to interview R. Kelly. Gayle was there to interrogate him. And if you go back and watch it again, he told her that she was speaking to him as if he was guilty. Somebody says, what kind of man would bring his daughters to a show to meet R. Kelly? And let me respond to that quickly. It would have to be a father who's a pimp that would bring his daughter to meet R. Kelly, and you've already heard some things about R. Kelly, and you bring your daughter to meet him, and not only do you bring your daughter to meet him, you leave your daughter with R. Kelly. So here's the thing. I said it time and time again. The parents were the pimps. They looked at their daughters as nothing but hoes. They saw money. They saw money. Have sex with R. Kelly, get it on video. Have sex with R. Kelly, get it on video. Have sex with R. Kelly and get it on video. So I'm going to sit my ass down to daddy and watch you have sex with R. Kelly, and then we're going to blackmail his ass. You got to be fucking sick. So now we're saying that R. Kelly needs help. Maybe he do. I don't know. I know who do needs help. The pimps. We said nothing about the parents, and we're going to get back to the impact. We said nothing about the parents needing help. When you pimp your child out for the almighty dollar, your ass need help. And some of it needs to happen in a criminal courtroom. It's just as simple as that. The parents were the pimps. They looked at their daughters as nothing but hoes. But think about it. I spoke with a lady the other day, Camille. She has a YouTube channel, and God, I think we talked for a little over an hour. This is an intelligent woman. I mean, the things that she would say, it would make me see things in a different light and go back and look at some other things, because she breaks this thing down. And so eventually, she has agreed to do come on and do a live feed with me. Hopefully within the next couple of days, her and I speak again, and we'll set the date and time up for that. But she began to school me on a lot of things that was going on. Some things I knew, some things that I didn't know. But this has been a setup from day one to take down R. Kelly. You send your daughters to meet him, and they wind up staying with him. Doesn't make any earthly damn sense, and you can't go get her. But now watch this, watch this, watch this. R. Kelly has right now, he has 10 count indictment against him. There are 4 women. 3 allegedly was underage at the time that they had sex with R. Kelly, allegedly. 4 women. 4 women. R. Kelly has been in this industry for over 30 damn years. You know how many women R. Kelly done fucked? And you got 4 women. That's it? This man travels all over the damn world. And if he likes sex like they say he likes sex, we don't have 4 damn women in the courtroom. Don't make any damn sense. Just 4 women. And 3 of them were underage, allegedly, at the time of the assault from R. Kelly. 4 women out of a 30-year career. It's just 4 women in the courtroom. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something's not right. Not to mention Cook County State Attorney Kim Fox, who looks like a horse with a damn weave on. She did not investigate. She did not examine the evidence. She comes immediately after she gets the tape, looking for alleged victims. That's not how we do this in the legal system. They will come to you. You don't solicit them. But it's a reason why she did that. She knew she had to do that. I'm not going to go off into that. I'm going to let Camille tell you when she comes on doing one of our live feeds, because I don't want to try to take the credit for something that I didn't say or something that I didn't research up on. Somebody said, hey, Mr. Scott, I love you. I love you too. I missed their names and stuff. Love you guys. So here's the thing. Back to the impact. Now, so we know why Gayle King didn't move. We know why Gayle King did not move. We know why Gayle King did not move, because this was well rehearsed. But it mattered to damn if R. Kelly went off, if he didn't go off, if he showed no emotions, it was going to be a problem. He went off, it's still a problem. So with R. Kelly, there was a catch-22. Either you lose or you lose. So regardless of what he did or he didn't do, they're going to have a problem with it. Surviving R. Kelly, the impact. It did not tell us shit. It did not tell us anything. All it told us was what we really know about some alleged victims. Nothing has ever been proven. Nothing has ever been proven. But we keep talking to the alleged victims, or we keep talking about the alleged victims without putting the word alleged in front and just go to victims. So we've already tried R. Kelly in the courtroom. He's guilty. You're going to give him 7 years max and be done with it. But let me ask you this. What happens if the case do go to trial and R. Kelly is found not guilty on all 10 count indictment? Now I'm talking to those who have said mute R. Kelly. I'm talking to y'all. What will you do then? Oh, they just didn't find him guilty. Look, give me some facts as to why they didn't find him guilty. You're going to look super stupid. You have singers like Lady Gaga come out and I'm apologizing because I worked with R. Kelly. What the fuck you apologizing for? But here's why they do that. Like Chance the Rapper, I think that's the one that said he's been with R. Kelly on tour. I think it's Chance the Rapper. If I'm not, somebody's going to correct me. We'll fix it. But here's the thing. Went on tour with R. Kelly. Jay-Z was there. Well, I know Jay-Z had to see some of them girls going in there with him and doing that. Well, goddamn, you swearing about Jay-Z knowing it. Your ass was with R. Kelly too, but you said you didn't see shit. So how can you say that Jay-Z seen it and you didn't see it? Y'all was both there. And then we come, I shouldn't have worked with him. When you become a bought and paid for individual, your ass have to go whichever way the industry tell you to go. Because the same people that made you are the same people that can break you. It's as simple as that. You are nothing but property. It goes back to slavery days. You are a commodity to the industry. And when it's time for you to go, it's just time for you to go. They will put your ass out there, throw you up under the bus, and that's the end of that. You no longer think for yourself. So whether you want to come out against R. Kelly or not, you have to come out because the industry is telling you, you're gonna fucking do it. I own you. I got the rights to this. If I get rid of your ass, I still got your name. It's like we married. We married in this shit. So you don't think for yourself no more. We think for you. We tell you what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. But what will you do when R. Kelly, if he's found not guilty? Surviving R. Kelly, the impact was super fucking stupid. But ask yourself this. Why is it this fixation with R. Kelly? R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. If R. Kelly go to the damn bathroom and be in there 22 minutes and 8 seconds. R. Kelly was in the bathroom tonight, 22 minutes and 8 seconds. Now, who give a fuck? Here's my point. They're not talking about Harvey Weinstein. They're not doing documentaries on him. This man got over 80 living old wrinkled white women got complaints against him with everything from sexual assault to right out RAPE, rape. They just focused on R. Kelly. You know how many people on the damn planet? You know how many people are being accused of crimes such as this in the entertainment field? But we've got this fixation with R. Kelly. It's a game. This has been set up. This has been well orchestrated in a very methodical way. And that's why we call it the takedown of R. Kelly. And you're going to be surprised who's got a hand in this. Think about some of the alleged victims. Why don't they go to the police? They go straight to high-profile attorneys first. So do you want R. Kelly convicted? Stop right there. Jefferson, I'm going to answer that. I like that. Now, do you want him to go to prison? Yes, I do. Well, why you didn't go to the damn police officers first? You should have went to them, but you didn't. You went here to the attorney, and you know which attorney to pick. Well, everybody can't be lying because they're saying the same thing. Do you know how many times we have heard this shit about Kelly? We started hearing this in the year 2000. This shit well rehearsed. I can find a girl right now that done attended an R. Kelly concert, tell him he filth on your damn booty. Go to glory. Boom, you're in there. It's as simple as that. In the year 2000, speaking of 2000, I did a little research. R. Kelly was worth over $150 million in the year 2000. Right now, it's not worth a damn dime. So if it's money you're after, you can kill that. Fame, you got that. You got the little girl, I forget her name, me and Camille talked about it the other day, that skipped school every day. Okay, R. Kelly is going to trial for molesting girls. Molesting girls. You have a teenager who is not in school. She attends this trial, and she knows what it's about. After it's over, he's trial, and she knows what it's about. After it's over, he's acquitted. It went from 21 counts to, I think, 14 counts. Then it dropped down to by Kelly. You have no more dealings with this court. He gives her his number. It was coming. Your ass there every damn day faithfully. I mean, you're there. So, as Camille, you're there. So, as Camille so graciously put it, you were stalking R. Kelly. And then you go there, and he give you what you want, dick. But you thinking, this gonna be my man. No. R. Kelly said in the song, I'm a bad man. He said, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm a bad man. I don't need your love. This is R. Kelly. What the hell did you think was going to happen when you went there? He was going to invite you over for tea and cookies? Bullshit. Dick swinging time. So don't act like, this shocked you. You didn't get what you wanted. You wanted to be the lady, but that's a no-no. 4 women right now are accusing R. Kelly of things that he probably didn't even do. Okay, a guy said a few minutes ago, what about Elvis Presley? Nobody ever talks about him moving in Priscilla Presley when she was still toting a goddamn lunchbox. They don't say nothing. You don't bring that shit up. Nothing. It's R. Kelly. I don't hear nothing about Hollywood famous Harvey Weinstein. Nothing. Nobody says nothing about it. Now, so why we keep focusing on R. Kelly? Why? You're trying to make us think that there's something there that may not be there. Keep it in the public's eye by any means necessary. Lifetime, surviving R. Kelly, the impact. I don't know the damn impact that it has had on women in society yet because you didn't speak with them. You spoke with lawyers, psychologists, and people from the court. That ain't telling us shit. So I said, I called my daddy. How is that occur? I called my daddy. I think I know what she's saying. She, in some of the tapes, the girl allegedly was saying that R. Kelly was her daddy. She called R. Kelly daddy. Okay, here's the thing about the daddy thing. People play all type of sex games, all kind of fantasy shit. So you have grown men having sex with grown women and say, this is your daddy, this your daddy, this your daddy. It ain't what you think. It's a freak thing, but it's not that thing. Now, since you brought that up, somebody says they can't wait for his new album. I'm glad you said it. I got to go there in a minute too. Here's the thing. Now, if you're having sex with a lady and she says, these are the titties of a 14-year-old girl, does it literally mean she's 14? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Again, it's a sex thing. That's what it is. But you keep bringing this bullshit up to stay in the public's eye because you want R. Kelly to sit down. You want him to sit down. But let me tell you something how bad R. Kelly is. He might be in a financial jam right now. But don't you, even with RCA dropping him, don't you ever think that when this is over, if not before, somebody in the music industry will call Mr. R. Kelly. Because let me tell you something. This thing, R. Kelly didn't have one hit. And that was it. This is a Grammy Award winner singer, R. Kelly. Damn near everything he touched turned to gold. R. Kelly wrote his best songs when the world was against him. That's why he got his piece set and he went into the studios and he got to write shit. When the first thing came out in 2000 and the trial began, I think that's the time he wrote, Ignition. And they told him, now it's not the time for you to write a song about sticking a key in the ignition. But he, against their wishes, he did it, they produced it, boom, it was an instant hit. Now everybody else calling. The same people that make you, again, can break you in that kind of industry. And what's stupid is that people have already conjured up in their minds that R. Kelly did it. Where's the proof at? You keep talking to these alleged victims as if they are victims. It hasn't been proven. Now you go back and you watch Gayle King interrogate R. Kelly. Someone put it on my page a few weeks ago, and I loved it. They said that wasn't an interview; that was an assassination, and that's what it was. Now, the two girls that stayed with R. Kelly was asked by Gayle and her people when they got ready to interview them. They wanted R. Kelly out. They agreed to it. Was talking R. Kelly. That's when she finds out R. Kelly is in the room, signaling to the ladies, as Gayle put it, that I'm here. Don't say the wrong thing. Now, hold that thought. When videos would come out with Jocelyn Savage, she was being coached of what to say. And I believe that. I believe that 1,000,000,000%. I'm going to tell you why I believe that. For the simple fact that this is R. Kelly we're talking about. When you talk about R. Kelly, if you're his mother, if you are the brother, the sister, the daddy, or whatever, before you talk to the media, this is what you say and this is what you don't say. It does not mean that they're getting them to lie about things that's going on to protect R. Kelly. This is a celebrity. They have spokespersons. They have lawyers and stuff that come out and speak for them because they will mess up and say the wrong thing. So it doesn't mean that they was being coached in what to say. They were getting the ladies ready for the public. It's as simple as that. But position determines perspective. What you see depends upon where you're standing. Nothing wrong with them being prepared for an interview with the media, because the media could take something you said and turn it around and make you look like you are the bad one. And again, Jocelyn Savage, in my opinion, has not been brainwashed. Here's what's going on. Because her parents said she's been brainwashed. Jocelyn is not brainwashed. Jocelyn Savage, as I said before, had got to the point to where she just adapted to the environment that her parents pimped her into. That's as simple as that. And they know. I mean, whenever they set up a call, the parents want to record it, and the daughter don't want it recorded. And who would? You cannot blame R. Kelly for a grown woman not coming to see you. When she walked into the courtroom, she didn't say nothing to you. So don't blame R. Kelly because she don't want to talk to you. I said it before and I'm saying it again. Jocelyn Savage does not want to talk to you all because she's pissed at you all, because somewhere down the line she got by herself. This is not a fact. This is my opinion. I'm not trying to pass it off as a fact. Just my opinion. She sat somewhere alone by herself one day and she realized, wait a minute, why would my family do that? Why would they encourage me to do this with R. Kelly? So do they really love me? And then instantly, if she wasn't a hoe, she felt like she was a hoe. And so she loved her parents, but she hates her parents for what they did to her. That's why she don't want to fool with them. They only want Jocelyn to come back because Jocelyn is the only somebody on the planet right now, besides Kelly, who word don't really mean a lot right now, but besides Kelly, that can bring charges up on them and they will get convicted on it, and they know it. So I got to get Jocelyn back here to get her on our side. That's why they want her back. It's as simple as that. These are pimps. Then they know they're pimps. So if R. Kelly needs help, Your daughters need help, and the parents need help. And I'm not trying to be ugly when I say this here. I don't give a damn if she's 13, 14, 15, or 16. Anybody lay there and let a man take his dick out and just piss on them, they need help. It's simple as that. They need help. Nobody says anything about that. You're just going to lay down there and piss on Kelly, piss. You need help. God, my time's just about up. Listen, if I don't say nothing else tonight, I want you to take this with you. Just because somebody has been accused of committing a crime does not necessarily mean that that person has committed a crime. They have simply been accused of committing a crime, and that's it. That's it. R.Kelly has been through this before. Charges were dismissed. I don't give a damn how they got dismissed or whatever. They got them dismissed. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. But there's something going on here with R.Kelly. Most of it has to do with blackmail gone bad. And they asked if attorney Michael Avenatti being arrested would have any bearings on this case. Many said no. I said that's a damn lie. It will have a huge effect on this case for the simple fact that not only has he been accused of blackmailing people, but the guy that has been blackmailing R. Kelly for the longest about these tapes is also Michael Avenatti's co-conspirator in the thing against Nike. Yeah, so it's going to have a huge impact on it. But media is trying to get you ready to believe that R. Kelly is a monster that cannot be tamed and need to be locked up for life. Now, the last thing about the impact, watch this. So why was it necessary to do that? You said it was to look at the impact it had on society. Bullshit. Society never really came up. You talking to experts and shit. You talking to the ones who said he did this. This is why the surviving R. Kelly impact had to come about. And quote me on this. These people are speaking to potential jurors in the R. Kelly's case. And they getting you brainwashed to see R. Kelly as something that he's not, as a monster in human form. And only the naive, the enemy, or the jealous individual will buy into this bullshit. They're speaking to potential jurors in this case, R. Kelly, to get you ready in hopes that you will convict him if it ever goes to trial. Do I think it would go to trial? Right now, I'm not for sure. A few weeks ago, yeah, it's going to go to trial. Right now, I don't know. Anything could happen. Because remember who the attorney is for some of the alleged victims. And his credibility don't mean a damn thing. Because right after he got arrested, LC, one of the victims, she come and do a thing with CBS This Morning again. You signed an agreement twice with R. Kelly not to ever speak about this in public. You got $260,000 the first time. He wrote a song, Braid My Hair or something. You complained about that. He was talking about you because it was on an L-shaped sofa. You got $100,000 for that. Again, you and R. Kelly's people signed an agreement not to talk about it. But now you're talking about it. So that tells me one thing. You're not credible. You're lied to drop of a dime. But she came out only because Michael Avenatti knew his credibility in the courtroom was shot. So don't worry about the agreement that y'all had. That's civil. I can take care of that. I need you to go before the cameras, and I need you to cry and pull some snot out because they're not going to believe me. But now when you go and do this here, then my credibility kind of come on back on the table. Bullshit. I can see through muddy waters. I can see through muddy waters. This is a conspiracy to take down R&B singer R. Kelly. If R. Kelly, it is proven that he done these things, then R. Kelly must pay the price, whatever the court says that that punishment shall be. It's just as simple as that. But if you're trying to set up an innocent man, this time, watch this. And we begin to find out this is a setup. All those involved, including Kim Fox with her ugly ass, need to be held up. We cannot let the system keep trying people and convict. We will be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. again to continue our series on the takedown of R&B singer R. Kelly. I said this to you. Don't be so quick to believe what comes from mainstream media. They will deliver the news the way they want you to receive the news. And I don't know what effects the mute thing has on people. I guess your sales would go down. But when this came about with R. Kelly, the next day after the indictments were handed down, R. Kelly music went through the roof. And the only thing experts can say about that, they just wanted to get a feel of who he was and what he was saying inside his songs. That's all. Bullshit. Bullshit. R. Kelly has some faithful fans out there. I love R. Kelly music. I listen to his music all day. I love it. You not listen to his music, won't do a damn thing. It's just as simple as that. But don't be so super stupid and naive to let society shape you into believing something that did not exist. My last words. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter before we convict R. Kelly outside of a courtroom. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. Be it the Lord willing, we'll see you next Wednesday. Remember, I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. I thank y'all. I love you. Y'all have a good